Hello, Scorpios. Welcome to your weekly reading. I hope that you guys are all doing well. Please remember that this reading is general, so it may or may not resonate. Please just take what resonates and leave the rest. I've been giving the disclaimer to all the other signs. I am a bit under the weather, so I will do my best to get through the readings. I've been doing okay so far, but of course, I've been needing to take drinks and then have cough drops, so with that being said, let's get into it, Scorpios. I got 8 cards, okay. Because that kind of was a bad shuffle. Uh-oh. Scorpio. Alright. I will tell you why I made that noise when the card comes. We have wait. The timing is not quite right. Okay, so I feel like everyone I'm reading for this week is dealing with their twin. Like, half of the signs have actually gotten the Twinflame card on 1 or 2 of the decks, so it's very interesting. It might just be the Mercury retrograde here and why I was guided to make that video talking about twin flames protecting their union. Let's get back to your reading. I'm sorry, Scorpio. We did have boundaries, which was in reverse. It says firm boundaries are now needed. We had acceptance, which came out in reverse. Everything happens for a reason, which is a definition up right here. We have vulnerability. You can be completely open with this person. We have patience. Everything will unfold in divine timing. We have release. Radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. This is the card. Twin flame. We said this is a divine counterpart connection. Then the other card that we had was integrity, which came out in reverse. Upright, it says, does the situation align with your values and morals? Okay, so Scorpio, what I'm getting is that you possibly want to reunite with your twin, but they're not really ready for this connection full on where they can actually be vulnerable with you and they can take things to the next level with you. They might have offered being like friends with benefits so they can kind of be in your energy field. I do feel like they genuinely enjoy your company, especially if they are your actual twin here. You know, sex is healing, okay? We're not gonna beat around the bush here. But Scorpios, for some of you might have wanted more, or this is the dynamic that you wanted with your twin and they wanted something more. Take it how it fits. But I feel like that is why the integrity card is coming out in reverse right now. Especially if it doesn't align with what you wanted. You know, you might have expressed to this person, you've been vulnerable with them about how you truly feel and where you want this connection to go, but they told you something that didn't align with what you wanted. So you might have had to walk away, or your person walked away from you when they weren't able to get what they wanted from you. So we do have the card saying wait. The timing's not quite right. So if this is in regards to your twin, you know, your twin isn't necessarily ready to be vulnerable with you yet, Scorpio. There's still some things they need to release from their life, basically. That toxicity. I just saw 444 on the clock when I just looked at it. So they wanted to release the toxicity kind of get rid of their limiting beliefs, get rid of old habits, their baggage that they have been carrying on, so that this union can come together, or at least for you guys to be able to have some sort of reconciliation. Doesn't need to be a full-on reconciliation. Reconciliation can just mean you guys clearing the air and having open communication again. So for some of you Scorpios, you might have struggled having boundaries with this person and accepting things for how they are. You might have really tried to cling on to this person and you weren't ready for that ending, especially if they were the one to walk away from you. And even if you walked away from them because they weren't treating you right, I feel like for some of you it was just hard to accept that this was the reality. And for you to finally say enough is enough, I'm not going to let you treat me this way. But I feel like the situation is calling for you to be patient with them. Obviously, you're focused on yourself, your own healing, making your life pretty much better in every way. You are going through some spiritual growth, some lessons on your own, as well as your twin is kind of trying to do, but they are behind you here. For you Scorpios, you are the divine feminines here. In case you guys did not know, for some of you could be the masculine, but I'm getting most of you guys are the feminines. But I feel like a lot of you are trying to kind of release control, release the situation, maybe to bring in something new, especially if you are exhausted with this cycle with your twin where things just do not go the way that you plan, especially if they have been like in and out energy and then they ghost you or block you and you're just like, what the heck? They're just triggered by you and they haven't learned their lessons yet. But we did just have the full moon lunar eclipse, the blood moon, I will say, in your sign. So, Scorpios, you might have actually wrote out that you were planning on releasing this connection and you burned it in some fire or you flushed it down the toilet. You wrote on like a piece of toilet paper and you flushed it down the toilet, things of that sort, so that some new energy can come in. You got to remember though too, in the twin flame dynamic, if you are coming on too strong, then your twin is kind of repelled by you, repulsed by you. So if you are planning on just like releasing this, letting fate take its course and let things happen naturally, then they will come back and gravitate towards you because they want to be in your energy. However, they also need to go through, I'm sorry, excuse my French, the shit that they need to go through so that they can be, your person, basically. Also, though, too, if you set these boundaries with this person, they might be having trouble accepting it, especially they might just be like throwing a little pity party for themselves and kind of just upset that you stood your ground, Scorpios, for some of you. But let's look more in this situation here. Tell me more about Scorpio's relationship, please. One more, thank you. Okay, so interesting. Because all these cards were kind of crossing, but I'm going to put them upright, guys. Well, besides the bond. Okay, so we had cherish. It says cherish your relationship. We had spiritual. Your spiritual journey is beginning. So for some of you Scorpios, you are actually just getting on your spiritual journey, or your person is. We have bond, which came out in reverse. Well, technically crossing, but it was more leaning to reverse. So the love bond grows stronger over time. That's that meaning upright. Then we had remarkable, came out in reverse. Upright, it says, notice everything remarkable about your relationships. We have connection, came out in reverse. It says your connection is eternal and unbreakable. Then we have rekindle, which came out in reverse. It says every relationship has magical moments that can be rekindled. Guys, remember that every reversal, I'm still reading up the upright definition. So for some of you Scorpios, you do cherish the time that you spent with this person. You are grateful for the spiritual lessons that they provided, or you're undergoing your spiritual path and just learning as you go. For some of you, you might not necessarily feel as connected as you once did with this person, which could explain like why the bond, the connection, the rekindle, and remarkable cards are all in reverse. Some of you want to be done and over with this connection and find something new that is more stable, more solid, where you know where you stand with that person. You don't have to necessarily second guess, and you just want that beautiful, romantic, unconditional love, which you could get with your twin, but before you get there, you also have to go through a turbulent, I guess you could say, relationship. Not necessarily toxic, but you do have to deal with the ghosting and the blocking and waiting around, but not really waiting around for them and focusing on yourself, really picking apart your being and all that you are, and really getting into that shadow work and really trying to get out of your ego and pull apart those childhood wounds. So that could be a lot for a lot of people. But I feel like Scorpio, regardless, things are going to work out in your favor. You are going to have love here, Scorpio. Obviously, it's not really showing up right now, but I feel like with this whole spread, it really just shows transformation. So like even the spiritual card, it has like a bird. I think it's supposed to be a dove. You see it just kind of like flying into flight, into the unknown. I feel like you, Scorpio, are just flying apart into the unknown. I know it's kind of like a cliche little, I don't even know what to call it, but you guys get my point. All right, well, let's see what the outcome is for Scorpio. I guess you call it a metaphor. Okay, outcome for Scorpios, please. One more for Scorpio, please. Or two more. Okay. So first card we had receptive. This came crossing Scorpio. It says be ready to receive what fate has planned for you. So I feel like with this retrograde, your person is going to be coming back, or you're going to be getting someone new. You do have feelings here, Scorpio. It says take time out to explore the deep emotions you're experiencing. For some of you, you might be spending some time with your twin. Or you're going to meet someone who kind of stirs some romantic interest for you. You have tested. Your strengths and weaknesses are being tested. So, and then we have the labyrinth. It says, even when you feel lost, there's always a way through the labyrinth. So, you know, for some of you, you might really be contemplating how you should move forward. If you should move forward with a past person or a new person. If there is a new person coming in for you guys, you won't know until it actually happens, if the divine allows it for it to happen. But You might be a little bit confused and up in your head, especially if you are someone who just like maybe started dating around and haven't had anything too serious. If the past person does come back, you might just be a little bit hesitant and confused about what you should do. But there's a twin here somewhere. Okay. And the clock just said 15:15. Scorpio's on soul level. Okay, Scorpios. Okay. So we do have the growth card. It says, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. We do have service. So some of you enjoy acts of service to other people. That might be your love language. Or you're just really finding out what makes you happy. So it says, I feel good when I help others. So some of you might be trying to go into a career path where you are helping other people, whether it be something spiritual, because we did have that spiritual card. So obviously Scorpios are pretty intuitive. So maybe you are, starting some type of creative project or some type of business dealing with spirituality. Or you're just trying to kind of figure out how you can be of service to other people more. So if you are someone who enjoys volunteering, you might be going around trying to figure out, other ways you can give back your time and energy to other people at this time. Some of you might be trying to figure out how to make that into an actual career. Like the Red Cross and things like that, traveling to different countries. What is that? I think the Good Samaritan, or and the UNICEF people who do that. So you might just be in a transition period where you are kind of reevaluating your career choices and just trying to figure out what you really want to do. We do have the Judgment card here, Scorpio. So it says, I understand that everything has their own unique path and challenges. So for me, this Judgment card, it feels like, the divine has made a final judgment on a situation where, you were trying so much with this past person and you weren't getting anywhere, and it could have been your twin. And if that's the case, then the divine is bringing in a soulmate for you. If this was a karmic for you, then the divine is bringing in possibly a twin flame for you. That is hopefully going to be fairly stable for you, Scorpio, or at least be kind of on the same energetic level as you. But if not, then at least learn their lessons fairly quickly so that they can be the best partner for you. We do have Perseverance. This came out in reverse. It says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. That's the upright definition. So some of you guys might have a little bit of doubt when it comes to just everything pertaining to your life. We have Forgiveness, came out in reverse, Scorpio. It says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. That is the upright definition. We will go through this spread in just a second. Then we have Guilt, which came out in reverse. Upright, it says, I release any beliefs that no longer exist in my soul's growth. So for those of you who are moving on to someone else from a past person, I think you are overcoming the guilt that you might have had. Maybe you've had some guilt with just where you are in life in general. You thought that you would be further than where you are. I feel like you are kind of trying to learn how to forgive yourself at this moment and this whole situation with this past person. However, it's still kind of hard for you to do so because you still kind of harbor resentment from this person, or even yourself for not being necessarily where you wanted to be. You might have procrastinated on some goals that you wanted, and now you're kicking yourself in the butt. We do have the card saying perseverance and reverse. So for some of you, you just might not be feeling so motivated right now, especially if you are in like a state of confusion and a state of healing, kind of just lost. If you are like just starting the spiritual journey and your spiritual awakening, then yeah, you're going to be lost and getting past the 3D realm and moving into a higher conscious. All right, Scorpio, let's see what zodiac signs you could be dealing with here. How's Scorpio dealing with? Okay, that's 6 cards, Scorpio. All right. We have Mars, which is Aries, and your energy, Scorpio. So you could be dealing with a fellow Scorpio. We have Neptune, which is Pisces energy. We have the Moon card, which is Pisces energy. Also, the Moon talks about hidden emotions. So maybe this person never told you how they felt. We have Water, Cancer, Pisces, and again, your energy, Scorpio. So we have a triple confirmation on Pisces and double confirmation on Scorpio. We have Leo, and then we have Earth, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So we could be dealing with any of those signs. It could just mean that you're going to have a nice partnership when the time comes where you're going to be balanced pretty much, where you're going to have fiery passion. The Moon card, you can express it if this was reversed. It did come out in reverse, where you guys are going to be expressive of your love. You are going to be stable, grounded, taken care of. You both are towards each other. You're going to be expressive of your emotions. And the good thing here is that there isn't too much air energy. Actually, there's no air at all. So in that front, it means that there's not necessarily going to be a lot of overthinking. But that doesn't mean that you're not dealing with an air sign and then they're not going to overthink from time to time. Okay, Scorpio. So that is all I have for you. If you like this reading, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, Scorpio.